Welcome to the newest episode of Discussion Sentai Loserger. I'm Loser Blue,
And I'm Loser Yellow.
and this is a show where we discuss the newest episodes of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. This week we're talking about Kamen Rider Zeztz, episode 5, and Gozyuger, episode 33. We always start with Rider, so Yellow, what are your thoughts on Zeztz, episode 5?
Zeztz episode 5 was pretty good, but I'm gonna say it's not as good as the past 4 episodes. It felt a lot slower. Probably just settling into that weekly format.
Yeah, they're kind of done, I don't know, expositing everything at us. They don't need to explain as much stuff anymore. We're now getting into like kind of what the show's probably going to be going forward.
Yeah.
Right? They don't need an extended conversation of Zero explaining dreams or anything like that. This was just an episode where they dealt with the problem of the singular nightmare and they beat it, and that was good.
Yes.
This episode, the way it was done, and the way that maybe episodes going forward will continue to be done, it gives me a vibe of the episodes that had like the monster of the fortnight. That's like a Kamen Rider W, O's, Forza Wizard, stuff like that. Like just like after Decade, they all kind of had this, and the way this was structured makes me think about W a lot because W, they were detectives,
hmm
and this gave me kind of the same feeling in the sense that he has to investigate the person in question and figure out like what's going on before he can truly solve the problem and beat the monster. And if that continues going forward, that could be good. I liked those shows, so it's not a format I dislike. It's just
Yeah.
interesting to see it come back. Now, whether or not it truly comes back, we don't know. Next episode could be, a new nightmare shows up and they beat it that episode. Maybe they won't do the 2 week thing.
Are they even gonna have a monster next week? It looks like it's setting up a lot of just plot stuff between Nem and Nox.
It's definitely setting up stuff between them and Nox, but we definitely see a monster. We see
Mm.
like an orange looking monster in the preview.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's taking place in a dream. I assume there has to be a nightmare, but that's next week, so.
And who cares about next week? It's
Yeah,
this week right now.
it's this week right now. But yeah, no, I liked the episode overall. I wouldn't say it was like anything spectacular. I kind of like the misdirect a little bit about what the nightmare is actually about because I think I guessed last week that it was probably some thing where like she still likes the childhood friend and stuff, which is exactly what the police officer guesses in this episode.
Yeah.
And I think just because that is the most like cliche thing possible, right? You
hmm
see a wedding to like a rich guy and there's a childhood friend, everyone's immediately going to assume that, oh, she's forced into it, so she really likes the other guy. It's like a really cliche plot. And I like that there's a bit of a misdirect and it has nothing to do with that at all. It's entirely due to the fact that she almost died falling out of a tree.
Of all things.
Yeah, and I was just scared of heights and doesn't want to get on a plane. Really, really mundane, actually. Right? The nightmare is getting on a plane, basically. But yeah, I like that. It seems like the nightmare is, it's obviously like a deep subconscious wish, but they're also kind of twisting it a bit because she doesn't want to get on the plane, but in the nightmare he's like crashing the plane.
Does that mean a plane was crashing in real life?
I think because it didn't go like all the way through, it didn't like happen in real life.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We see the door beginning to open, but we never see it like fully open, so maybe that doesn't coalesce into reality. I'm not entirely sure. In real life, there was just a plane that started to crash and then started surfing on the air, just completely randomly.
Yeah, that's what planes do, Blue. They surf on the air.
Well, not in the way that he was doing. He was doing like weird like loops and shit. We see the new form stream, which
I,
was
I
fine.
don't know how I like it. I
It's
think
just a
it's
blue
kind of
suit.
mid compared to just the base suit.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just the base suit but blue, and its power is really special effecty. Like it's just big CGI wind, right?
I betcha that's not gonna come up very often.
Oh, we'll see. A lot of the forms so far have been really CGI heavy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like transform is very CGI heavy. Wing is like when he's actually flying, they use a lot. There
Yeah.
are obviously scenes where they just do like really close ups with backgrounds to imply they're flying. And then Stream was pretty CGI heavy because it was just CGI wind. Again, we'll see. I mean, eventually all these base forms are going to stop showing up that much because we're going to get a super form and he's going to always go into the super form. So
Yeah.
it's not like a big deal. We do see at the end like Nox looking at a book that
Yeah.
shows like I don't know the four elements: mind, civilization, body, and reality. The four
Hmm.
elements, as we know.
Oh yes, of course.
And obviously, each of those are going to relate to the different colors that our main character can turn into because I've seen the forms and they match the colors. So, based on what I saw online, blue is supposed to be like technology. Nox calls it civilization, which
Mm-hmm.
fits with technology. What does controlling the wind have to do with technology? It didn't seem like a really tech based form, it felt like a magic form.
You know what? Fair enough. But I honestly have no idea what that would have to do with it.
I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
can.
just there's a plane in the episode flying machines or technology. I guess I don't know. It felt a bit iffy. In the preview for the next episode, we see him have a big robot arm in his blue form, and that's probably a different capsule. But
Yo, we get to pull on the gotcha machine again?
hell
Zero is
yeah!
letting him do it?
I don't know why he doesn't pull on the Gosh machine all the time. It's weird.
What is he, stupid?
If you have polls, pull them. I don't think there's going to be any event banners here.
He's saving for his 10 pull, bro.
Yeah, see if we, oh, what's this episode? Yeah, because this episode is largely episodic. There's not much truly to talk about because I don't know the plot with the wedding and stuff is fine, but it's never going to come up again. So the big thing is his further interaction with the cops.
Yes.
I would say that's like moving things forward. Where the cops find his secret room by literally breaking and entering. What great cops!
Yeah,
Just
it's perfectly normal to do.
absolutely like no evidence at all. Just break into someone's house, raid their closets.
That does confirm that the hideout has just cannibalized next door, right?
I guess I don't know where he's like. I don't know if he's living in like a detached home or if he's in like an apartment or something. It's still possibly a magic space. It doesn't have to make sense, and I don't think they'll ever address it. So no point in really worrying about it. So the main character basically just explains what he is, except he doesn't explain like anything. He just says that he's a secret agent,
Yeah.
and then Fujimi just like fills in the rest and is just correct. It's weird. The cops seem to like understand what he's doing a lot more than what I feel has been explained to them.
Fujimi is a weird guy. I
Yeah,
can I can kind of see him getting it.
it's just weird that he knows that our main character goes into dreams. At no point did Baku ever say that he goes into dreams in that conversation. He just says that he's an agent. Now, they said that they read some documents and, maybe he explained more off screen because we don't need to go through the entire explanation again.
Yeah.
So, right now I'm just going to assume the cops generally know what's going on.
Yeah, they're based in Dream Pill.
Yeah, based in dreamed pills. Although they don't know that Zero exists. Like
Mm-hmm.
they haven't talked to him. They drank the motor oil. Very funny. It's not motor oil. It's fuel or
Like
something.
fuel,
Whatever.
yeah.
It's weird that he drank the whole thing without tasting it.
No, he's very thirsty. Just like big gulp.
Yeah.
So Baku's sister works for like some sort of modeling or film industry, I guess. Has this been explained in the webisodes we haven't been watching? I don't know.
Maybe. I definitely have not been watching those webisodes. But whether or not that'll ever be like truly relevant, I don't know.
I think it's
Uh
going to be relevant because last week while editing, I noticed a couple things. Particularly like this shot in the opening that I believe it's just like showing the team. So might be kind of weird that it's showing the sister front and center, but you know.
I mean, it's also showing Nox, so
Yeah. And it is theorized that he's going to be a rider at some point, so
yeah. I mean, we'll see about that. He could be. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the like leaks and rumors about this show, so he obviously him and Nem will have to be explained more, like what's going on with them, and
yeah.
also unless he's like an evil rider, he's gonna have to do some kind of face turn at some point. But maybe he's an evil rider for like most of the series and becomes good by the end. I'm curious as to how many riders this show will have, because right now there's literally no evidence of there being any more. Right, like in the show itself, we don't see anything that would imply there's going to be another rider. Whereas, like in other ones, in like Gav, they don't have the secondary transform this early, I believe, but it's pretty obvious that he's going to become a rider at that point.
Right.
Like you can kind of tell. I haven't gone back to check the exact episodes of Gav for that, and I'm not going to. But there's generally evidence, but there's like no evidence here. So hopefully this will be like a light number of riders. I do
Mhm.
think somewhat there's been like too many riders. Gav wasn't too bad. There's really only really three. There's a few like villain riders that show up, but for the
Yeah.
most part, I would say there's like three. So I don't know. I like to keep the number down unless it's like one of those series where it's like all about there being like lots of riders, like how Geats did. Geats had
Mhm.
tons of riders, but it was based around that.
But damn, they're going to have a new opening every episode, and that's something.
What?
All right, so there's a portion in the opening where it's like flashing in black and white really quick. Those are just clips from the episode that's about to happen.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not that hard for them to do. It's not like
No,
really a new opening.
unique openings, Blue. Every episode,
I mean,
it's customized.
Writer already does this like all the time. Most series will like add in new forms and stuff to the opening.
Yeah,
It's not newer, like a big. It's not like actually unique openings. I think the fight was all right.
yeah, it wasn't a bad fight. I still think the bird nightmare looks goofy.
Well, oh, the thing I do like about the Bird Nightmare, because I think it leads into like the misdirect of it, is that it's a crow, which is a blackbird.
Yeah.
And typically, when we think of weddings, we think of like doves, which are white birds.
Mm-hmm.
So that would give you the idea that it's about the wedding, but really it's just about the fact that it's a bird.
Yeah.
It's the fear of heights, fear of flying stuff. So it's just a bird. That's what it was actually about. Had nothing to do with it being like a blackbird to contrast like doves at a wedding and stuff like that. Which I did find I kind of liked that. I've largely liked the monster designs. We've only gotten 3 so far, but I have generally liked them. I
No,
like
they're
that we're
good.
having monsters.
Having monsters is rad.
Sometimes writer lately has kind of started to abandon monsters as it goes forward. We'll see, they could start abandoning monsters in this show too, but
Yeah, now that you've said it, next week is a Rider versus Rider episode.
ah yeah, after saying that there's no evidence of another rider, Nox is just going to transform next episode immediately, and it's going to be rider versus rider for the rest of the series. But no, I'm looking forward to the next episode. Learning what's the deal with Nem and Nox is probably like the biggest thing right now, because we just don't know anything about them. Like we don't know what Nox wants. We don't know why Nem is around, and they're related somehow. Probably like brother sister or something like that.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we shall now transition to talking about Gozyuger episode 33. What are your thoughts?
Episode 33 was pretty good. We're getting more plot, and the team's getting absolutely bodied.
Yeah. Yeah, the team got like wrecked this week. Largely to shield a new power up. You need people to job so you can show off how cool the new form is.
So we did get some backstory at the very least that the Calamity has shown up before, and Polar and Sword did steal away a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, so they mentioned that there was a Calamity before. I don't think that never showed up in the show, right? That had to be a movie thing. They mentioned one that showed up before, like Pestle or something.
Yeah, Pestis. That was the summer movie. From a couple weeks ago, how I complained that Ryugi left the
Yeah.
team because of the summer movie. Well, they brought it up again.
Yeah, I don't like when the movies are like particularly canon. It happens too often. It's not that bad, but it does happen more than I would like. I don't like it because I just generally don't watch the movies. But yeah, so like the Calamity has apparently come up before in the movies, but I haven't watched them. But this is the first time they're really showing up now, and it just seems like a force for destruction. They just want to destroy everything. A little boring on that front. I don't know, just like a random force of destruction isn't like that interesting. But I guess
Mhm.
it's supposed to kind of contrast with Tega Sword, who's kind of like a force of creation. And Tega June is like an imitation of Tega Sword. She's like a force of recreation.
Mhm.
So yeah, this episode is primarily about Wolf getting the super sword by making a choice between peaceful life and choosing to fight for his friends.
I think he made the wrong choice. He should have been selfish. Went to go live with his parents and brother.
Yeah,
We
but
learned his real name.
yeah, I definitely remembered his real name.
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely
Hisamitsu. I'm still gonna call him Kuon because it's easier.
well, yeah, it's also just what I know him as. Yeah, they have that thing. It's kind of weird that that was even like an option. Who's doing that? Is Tega's sword doing this? Is it the magical super sword?
It could have been the magical super sword.
Also makes me wonder where did the magical super sword come from? Because Tega's sword didn't even know that it was something you had to do like together.
Hmm.
So he can't have been the one that made it. Someone else had to. I guess it's probably just one of those things where they'll literally never answer it, and it's not important, and you should stop thinking about it. It's just a magic sword.
But it's a cool magic sword that allows you to fuse with Tega's sword.
Yeah, I do. As soon as he fused with take a sword, as soon as it was like a two minds one body situation, I was like, Ryugi is gonna be so mad that he doesn't get to do this right now. And yeah, he has the line. He's just like, I'm so jealous right now. I basically like said out loud, just like Ryugi's gonna be super mad about this that he's not fusing together. And then like 2 seconds later, he said that. But yeah, the new form, it's all right.
It's not a bad form.
It's not a bad
Mm.
form. It's also very CGI heavy. I'm curious to see going forward how much. Obviously, this is like the introduction of the form, so they're using like all the CGI all the time
Yeah.
to make it look awesome. But I'm curious to see going forward. Now, I have seen from leaks. This is not exclusive to Red.
Okay, that's good.
The rest of the team can use this because it's basically just a chest piece that goes over. Red does get a new helmet. I think no one else gets a new helmet, but like it is just like a chest piece that they place over top of the armor. So I think everyone can use it, which is good. How often other people will get to use it, who knows? I've seen these kind of power ups before in Sentai where technically everyone uses it, but like 90% of the time it's red.
Let's hope that everyone gets their fair share of fusing with Tega's sword Sama.
Yeah, I mean, I would just prefer everyone to get their fair share of screen time, which is definitely not the case in this show, but whatever, it's fine.
Yo, what has Polar done? He's been around like 30 episodes and hasn't done anything.
Yeah, Polar is kind of like one of the issues that comes with Six Rangers. In order to have like a good Six Ranger, they need to be either one incredibly awesome, like they just need to be super cool that they can just like be on their own and be great,
Hmm.
or they need to like truly become a member of the team. And I don't think Polar's done either. I don't think Polar's cool enough to be on his own, and he's definitely not. He doesn't feel like part of the team yet, not in the same way the other members are.
He's kind of just around sometimes.
Yeah. Because like when I'm thinking about like I don't know Reiwa era Sentai, there's like King Ozier had their Six Ranger just feels like part of the team. But
Hmm.
he like joins the team and he just feels like a true member and is great. And he's great. His name is Jeremy. It's very funny.
Oh, hell yeah. Jeremy.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just part of the team, and it's great. And then there's older ones where I just think the Sixth Ranger is kind of awesome. Like they're not part of the team, but they're just so cool that I kind of love them anyway. And that would be, I don't know, like for my favorite Sentai is Time Ranger, and Time Fire is just great. I love Time Fire. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Polar. He just kind of exposits information about the previous war and bills people. It is kind of boring. Unfortunate.
So Ray is actually just dying.
Yes. Seems like it. He's the if I suffer, why should everyone else suffer too kind of guy, which is a real dick move.
So his void ring upgraded, and now he can summon monsters of the week.
Yeah, I guess it's so that we can have Calamity monsters of the week.
Yeah.
And he somehow got a new ring. It's not explained how. Oh no, wait.
Yeah,
I think that's the
transformed
one.
into it.
No. He got like a new like actual ring, like one of the Sentai rings. Was that just the one that he stole last week? He stole one last week, I'm pretty sure.
I
So
think
that's
he
probably
stole
what it
one.
was. Yeah, I'm just having a moment of completely forgetfulness. Problem with these rings is they never feel that impactful whenever anyone gets one, that I kind of just forget who has any of them.
Yeah, I can't remember who has what. All I do is have notes on what rings were used.
But yeah, he definitely got one last week. He put it in, and it became like a super evil ring. And it explains definitely where he got the ring. The Calamity gave it to him. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was obvious. Barely need to be said.
So he summons a dude named Temno the Samurai, and they're actually just killing civilians
Yeah, they just are straight up killing people.
so they can collect 10,000 souls and revive Gladys.
Yeah, I mean, it works.
Yeah.
As like Monster of the Week stuff, there's actual like stakes to it. It's not just the no ones being weird, because that's what the no ones do 90% of the time. Is they're just kind of weird nuisances outside of the
Yeah.
few that do kind of kill people.
Yeah, like the what was it?
Like
The mochi one and the flower one. But this guy, he's just straight up stealing their souls. That's it.
he's just stabbing people and taking their souls so they can revive their demon overlord. I mean, as like a chaotic villain faction, that's fine. You know? At least defeating the monster of the week feels like it means something with them. With the no ones, it's just kind of there.
But speaking of the no ones and the Bryden, Tega Jun was punishing Kuon, and that scar that appeared once showed back up.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's probably just some kind of symbol of their like contract or something.
Yeah. But hey, she had the same tendrils that our boy Shining Knife did, so
I mean, it could just be part of their whole thing.
their
Maybe,
whole power set.
maybe she is somewhat created through some calamity thing. I don't think it's ever stated who made Tegajun. Has that been stated?
I don't think
Am I just
so.
forgetting? So, whatever. Anyway, in this episode, Tegajun gets really pissed. She gets very
Yeah.
angry.
Very angry.
I was kind of confused as to why she was getting angry, because she said something about hurting her child, and I was like, what are you talking about? None of the Bryden got hurt in this episode. I guess she was just angry about Sweet Cake from last episode.
Oh, probably.
That's got to be what it was, because none of her children were getting harmed in this episode.
But she created more rings.
Yeah, she created her like own version of the Gozyuger rings outside of Red, which you can probably just say that the red ring is like Kuon's ring. But
Yeah.
yeah, she created her own versions, but like they're giant and they turn into like mechs and stuff for her to use in combat. And I
Mhm.
really liked that mech fight. That was fun. Where she just pulls out a whole bunch of weird weapons, and she still kind of gets destroyed at the end.
So now hear me out. She's going to distribute these rings through a ring contract. And that guy that was feuding with Hoeru in episode 1 is gonna get one.
I mean, if anyone's just gonna get her rings, it's gonna be the Bryden,
Nah.
right?
Oh, maybe,
Go.
yeah. That. How
Let's
many
have.
are there though? Like 4 more rings.
Well, there were 4 rings, and yeah, there's not. technically speaking, if you count Shining Knife and Sweet Cake as different people, and there's 4,
Yeah.
right? There would be Fire Candle, Bouquet, Shining Knife, Sweet Cake. So there would be 4 there. I don't know. It could be some funny thing where they become their own little like side Sentai, like
Hmm.
the Tegajun version of the Gozyugers, and they all team up to fight the Calamity. That'd be fun. I'd like that.
Like I don't think the Bryden are gonna be villains by the end of the series.
No, I don't think so either. I think there's going to be some kind of reconciliation there. Maybe Kuon will stay a villain. He did just get like weirdly tortured by Tegajun in this episode, so
Mhm.
it's possible for him to flip over to being like a Calamity Boy. Would not surprise me at all. But I can't see like Fire Candle, Bouquet, and Sweet Cake, Shining Knife. Those guys, I like them too much. I don't think they're like they don't seem like that bad of people
No, they're
in
not
a lot of
bad.
way. So I don't really want them to be villains, and it doesn't feel like they will be. It honestly feels like they're just literally last episode. It was Horu and Eagle. I cannot remember anyone's name to save the life of me.
I
Uh,
know, right?
Dealing with Shining Knife and Sweet Cake's divorce, right? It just doesn't feel like they have that much animosity towards each other at all. And now they've introduced like a real, like actually super evil villain faction. So the Biden have to have some kind of change. They got to become kind of good guys or something like that, or reluctant allies in some capacity.
Yeah, that would work.
But yeah, we'll see about that. The fight this week was pretty good. Like again, the Gozyugers just kind of get destroyed a lot.
Everyone kind of got destroyed this week.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell because of all of the effects and stuff. But the random like grunts that the Calamity was using, I think were just random like grunt characters from other Sentais, like older Sentais.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they weren't like they weren't the Bell people that the Bryden use.
Yeah.
They were just other, I think they were from like previous Sentai. I couldn't actually get like a good look at them because it was the middle of an action scene with the new Tega sword like super upgrade just creating endless streams of CGI effects. So much so many effects going on there. It was actually hard to tell what the enemies look like. I think so. I would need to like double check. And going forward we'll probably see more of them. But
Oh, yeah, for sure.
yeah, so now I'm just curious, will we ever see a no one again? Is there going to be more no one showing up, or are we just dealing with like calamity beasts for the rest?
I don't think we're gonna have any no one show up anymore. It doesn't feel like the right time.
I feel like maybe a no one will show up and then get like somehow subsumed by like a calamity beast. It'll be kind of like it shows up and then immediately loses to the calamity or something like that. Just to still have them exist.
But when's the hype man coming back?
Yeah, he didn't show up in this one. We didn't get the weird cheerleader squad yelling about number one.
And it was the #1 battle too. I can't believe they did this to me.
Well, they needed. There's a lot going on, so they needed to
Yeah, they
save
couldn't
time.
pad the episode.
Just, but yeah, I guess like the end thing of this episode is just that it seems like our boy Hoyu, he's in like a much better spot, right?
Yeah.
Like in emotionally and in his own character arc, he's becoming less of a. He calls himself a lone wolf again, but he's becoming less of one
Hmm.
because he sacrificed his own happiness for his friends, and he seems to kind of be reconnecting with his mom. Who knows if we'll ever actually see her again, or if it's just implied that one day he'll go back. But he's in a better spot. He seems less depressed than he was like at the beginning and stuff,
Yeah.
which is good. Good for him.
So next
So
week,
yeah,
was that a
next week.
fusion of Good Burn and Tega's sword I seen?
Have we already done that?
I can't remember.
No, no, no. The thing you were seeing on that is like the new upgrade with the new special sword.
Mm,
The new special sword is gonna like be its own mech.
I see.
I'm pretty sure yeah, because we've done like take a sword, white burn, right?
Ah, yes, yes.
It
Sorry,
happened
Good Burn has shown up like twice.
he's also a character very similar to Polar that just exists and is not interesting like at all. Which is funny because I really like the episode where he's like born, where the robots have a wedding and on-screen sex and just have a baby right then and there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, such a dumb way to describe it, but a baby was conceived. So, uh, like that episode was cool because it felt like things were happening, and then it just kind of all reset, except Polar's around, but Polar does nothing. So, bit of a waste. Oh well. You know what? We're moving forward with new plot, new villains. It's all good. I'm looking
rad.
forward to the future of Gozyuger. The next like I don't know, we got like 16 more episodes or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's still a lot you could do. There's a lot you could do in 16 episodes. So, well, that has been this week's episode of Discussion Sentai Loserger. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with your thoughts on these episodes. Anyway, that's all for this week. See ya.
Bye.